The Ardennes, a forest, old trees like giants, green and vast. Sunlight, it tried its best, but mostly failed. Shadows danced on the forest floor, secrets whispered on the breeze. Deep in its heart something waited, patiently, undisturbed for centuries, or perhaps even longer. Jean-Pierre knew this forest, every twist, every turn. He was a forester, an old hand, seen it all. Or so he thought. His daily walk, a ritual, checking paths, listening to the birds. The forest was his friend, his companion, his life. He noticed things, small things, things others missed, a broken branch, a new flower, the scent of rain coming. But this day was different, very different indeed. He felt it in his bones, a peculiar sort of hum in the air. The usual sounds were missing. No bird song, no rustling squirrels. An unusual stillness had fallen, heavy, expectant. Even the wind seemed to be holding its breath. Jean-Pierre paused. He listened, hard. Only the thumping of his own heart, loud in the quiet. He wasn't scared. Not exactly, but uneasy. Oh yes, something was out of place, terribly out of place. He pushed on, deeper into the woods, drawn by an unseen thread. Curiosity, you see, it's a powerful thing. And then there it was. He almost stumbled. Not a trip, no, nothing so mundane. He just stopped, frozen, staring. Before him, in a small, forgotten clearing, lay the impossible. Right there. In the dirt and leaves, unmistakable, undeniable, utterly, utterly alien. His breath caught in his throat. What in the world? No, not in world. That was the feeling. This was something beyond. It was a circle. A perfect, flawless circle, embedded in the earth, as if it had grown there, or perhaps fallen from a very, very long way up. Moss grew right to its edge, as if accepting it. But the surface itself, oh, that was something else, smooth, so incredibly smooth, not a mark on it like a mirror, but a strange one, a dark one. It didn't reflect the trees above or the sky. It seemed to swallow the light, holding secrets. The surface pulsed with a faint inner light. Barely there, like captured starlight or a sleeping galaxy. It wasn't reflecting the forest, not at all. No leaves, no branches, no Jean-Pierre staring down. Instead, a depth, a swirling, inky blackness with hints of colour. Colours he couldn't name. It was mesmerizing, frightening, beautiful, all at once. He felt a pull, a strange desire to touch it, but also a primal urge to run, far, far away. Its size was breathtaking, simply enormous. 10 meters across, maybe more. Perfect disc, seamless, no joins, no rivets, no sign of manufacture, as if it was one single impossible piece. How did it get here? Who made it? Why? So many questions. Whirling in his poor head, it hummed, a low, almost subaudible thrum. He could feel it in his teeth, in his chest, a silent song from a place unknown. He reached out a trembling hand, hesitated, then he touched it, just for a second. The material, it was cool, not cold, but cool and smooth, smoother than polished glass, smoother than water. It felt alive, in a way he couldn't understand. A faint vibration tickled his fingertips. Energy. He snatched his hand back, heart hammering. This was beyond him, beyond anyone he knew. The world needed to see this, or did it? Jean-Pierre felt a shiver, not from cold. Oh no, this was pure shock. Disbelief warring with the undeniable. He touched it again, just to be sure. Yes, real. He recoiled, as if burned. Though it wasn't hot, his mind raced. What should he do? Who could he tell? This was too big for one old forester, much too big. He turned, and he ran, faster than he had in years, away from the silent, watching disc, away from the impossible, but knowing he had to come back. He had to. He reached his village, gasping for breath, words tumbling out. A mirror, a giant mirror. In the forest, it's not right. They knew Jean-Pierre, sensible man, not prone to fancy. Skepticism was there, of course, in their eyes, but his fear, his urgency, that was real, palpable. A few brave souls agreed to go with him. The mayor, the local policeman, armed with stout sticks and worried looks. What would they find? Back into the woods they went, hearts thumping. The forest seemed darker now, more ominous. They arrived at the clearing and stopped, just like Jean-Pierre had. Hushed tones replaced their earlier doubts. Awe took over. The policeman's hand went to his empty holster, a nervous habit. The mayor just stared, mouth agape. Words failed him. It was there, just as Jean-Pierre had said, but words couldn't do it justice. The sheer strangeness of it, the way it dominated the clearing, silent, ancient, powerful. They peered closer at that dark, unreflecting surface. It definitely wasn't showing them their own faces, no worried expressions, no trees, no familiar sky, just that deep, dark expanse. With those hints of light, lights from within, like distant alien stars. One of them, a young woman, gasped, pointed. "Look, it's moving in there." Was it? Or was it a trick of the light? No, something was definitely there, something else. They gathered around the edge, cautiously, very cautiously, staring into its depths. What was it showing them? It wasn't a reflection. That much was clear, utterly clear. The canopy of the Ardennes, the familiar blue sky, gone, replaced by something else, something breathtaking, a vista, a panorama of somewhere else entirely. The surface wasn't solid. It was a view, a window onto another place, another time, or perhaps another universe altogether. It was showing a sky, but what a sky! Colours swirled, hues Jean-Pierre had never imagined. Deep indigos, fiery oranges, soft, glowing greens, nebulae of purple and gold, vast, unfathomable. It was beautiful, terrifyingly beautiful, and so very alien. No clouds like earthly clouds. These were different, wisps of light, rivers of darkness, stretching to infinity. This wasn't just a different place. This was a different... How could this even be possible? Magic, science, both, and the stars. Oh, the stars in that impossible sky. Countless, brilliant, dazzling, unfamiliar. No Orion, no Plough, no comforting known constellations. These were alien patterns, strange geometries of light and moons. Two of them, hanging in that impossible vista. One was a soft, pearlescent white, serene, the other a cracked crimson orb, menacing, brooding. They cast an eerie light on the unseen landscape below, a landscape they could only imagine, for now. The realization dawned, slowly, then all at once. This wasn't a reflection, it wasn't a trick, this was real as the forest around them. The object, this, it was a window, or maybe a portal, a gateway to that other place. The implications were staggering, mind-boggling. Humanity wasn't just looking at a strange artifact. Humanity was looking out at a sky that wasn't ours, and maybe, just maybe, something was looking back. Section 5, the science team arrives. News like this? It doesn't stay local for long, and soon the experts arrived. The big guns, Dr. Aris Thorne, brilliant, eccentric, full of manic energy. Lena Hansen, geologist, practical, grounded, and Captain Eva Rostova, security stern, no nonsense, keeping everyone safe. Come to solve the riddle. The forest clearing buzzed with new nervous energy. A perimeter was established. The object itself remained silent, unmoved, unimpressed, watching them, the heart of a very modern mystery in an ancient wood. It was, to be fair, rather exciting. The investigation had truly begun. What would they find? Section 6. Probing the depths, unanswered questions. They tried to scan it. Ground-penetrating radar, ultrasound, X-rays. The object just soaked it all up, like a sponge. No reflection, no penetration, nothing. It was as if the laws of physics bent around it, or broke. It's like it's not even there for our instruments, Lena grumbled. Or perhaps, Thorne mused, our instruments are simply too primitive, a humbling thought, for all their knowledge. Captain Rostova watched it all. With a soldier's pragmatic eye, she worried. It was her job to worry. What if something comes through, she asked Thorne quietly. What if the window opens? What then, Doctor? Then, Captain, then it gets really interesting, he exclaimed. Lena just shook her head. Men and their toys, but even she felt a thrill, a shiver of anticipation. The unknown beckoned, and it was terrifyingly tempting. Section 7. The shimmering shift, a new phenomenon. Days turned into weeks. Time flowed strangely. The object remained inert, a silent, enigmatic presence, mesmerizing, but nothing new happened. No answers came, only more questions. Then it happened, without warning, a flicker, Like heat haze on a summer road, the smooth, dark surface shimmered, just for a moment. Everyone stopped, breath held. Had they imagined it? No. It happened again, stronger this time, undeniable. The object was waking up. A new kind of energy filled the clearing. The alien sky within the mirror began to distort. The familiar, strange colours swirled, merged, blurred, like paint dropped into water. Beautiful, unsettling. The two moons warped, stretched, then vanished into the chaos. A new energy spike registered on Lena's instruments. Massive. "Aris! Look at this," she yelled. Thorne was already there, staring, transfixed. Something was changing, something big, right now, a shape. It began to form, in the depths of that swirling chaos. At first indistinct, a shadow, a density in the light, then slowly it resolved, gaining clarity, gaining substance. Not a ship, not as they understood ships. No metal, no engines. It was something else, something organic or pure energy. It pulsed, with a soft internal light, growing brighter, and it was moving, definitely moving, towards the surface of the mirror, towards them. Was it coming through? The thought screamed in everyone's mind. Section 8. Beyond the glass, the beckoning stars. The shape solidified, not a vessel of exploration, not a probe. It was a pattern, intricate, complex, beautiful, like a three-dimensional mandala, made of pure light. It pulsed gently, rhythmically, a heartbeat of the cosmos, shifting colours, evolving geometries, hypnotic. It wasn't threatening, not in any way they could define. It felt intentional, purposeful, like a message without words, without sound, pure information, or perhaps pure emotion. Welcome, inquiry. It hovered there, within the frame of the disk. The swirling chaos behind it calmed, settled, leaving this luminous, intricate pattern as the focus. It seemed to be communicating directly, not to their instruments, but to their minds, their consciousness, a sense of vastness, of incredible age, of intelligence, and something else, a feeling of invitation, a beckoning. From across an unimaginable gulf, come, see, understand, join. Thorne was mesmerized. Tears streamed down his face, unheeded. It's a greeting," he whispered, voice choked with emotion. "They know we're here. They're inviting us." He reached out a hand towards the luminous pattern as if he could touch it, bridge the gap between worlds. Lena watched him, then looked back at the object, awe on her face. This was it. The moment. Contact, not as anyone predicted, but here it was happening, right now, in a forest. The universe was speaking, and it was beautiful. Then another change. The surface of the disk, it shifted. It became transparent just for a heartbeat. A fleeting moment, not showing the alien sky anymore. Not the pattern, but something else, something beyond. Stars, millions, billions of them. So many stars, deeper and more numerous than any earthly night could offer. They saw galaxies, nebulae, the true unfiltered cosmos. As if the disk itself had melted away, leaving only the void and the silent beckoning stars calling to them. Section 9. Echoes in the ether, an unending mystery. And then, as suddenly as it began, it was over. The luminous pattern faded, receded into the depths. The momentary transparency vanished, gone. The surface of the disk returned to its previous state, showing that familiar yet alien sky, 2 moons, strange constellations, stable again, silent again, as if nothing had happened. But everything had happened. Everything had changed. The clearing was quiet, except for the ragged breathing of the team. They had seen something profound. What was it? That shimmering display, that intricate pattern, a message, a test, a simple acknowledgement, or just a glimpse? A tiny window into something so vast, so complex. It was beyond their comprehension. For now. No answers were given, not in words they understood, but a connection had been made, a bridge, however fragile. They were not just observers anymore. They